Warning, this channel documents illegal medical marijuana grow. Everything is solely informational and for documentation purposes. The 420 Grow Tent does not encourage any illegal activities of any kind and is not suitable for all ages. So if you try this at home, it's your ass, not mine. If you are over 18, you're okay. If not, please do not watch this video. Come stop by and let's get high.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, YouTube. How's it going? Just grabbing a fresh jar, pop a nug out. All right. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Right on. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're smoking some good weed. All right. Another nug. Put a bit more in there. All right. All right. Have to get that in a minute. All right. Close the jar out. Rip. I think I'll get the cord. Gotta plug in, I guess. Let it run. It's usually something about it. Huh. That's weird. Oh well. Cheers. Right on, right on. Welcome. Yeah, give me 1 second. I said space. I thought I had it. Okay. No bad. Right on. All right. This is a fucking lighter. Yeah, no, I have it. All right, cool. Cheers. All right. What's up, Ralph? Yeah. Yeah, sure am. Exactly. Sure am. How's your morning going? I hope as well. All is well. Whatever. I'm tired. Oh man. How's everybody? Welcome. Oh man. What up? Glad I was able to catch you live. Rip away. Right on, man. Yeah, how are you? So I'm at reset time. I just took down everything. I got most of it jarred. There's a couple more plants that need a couple more days, Like this one I thought it was ready, and then I was like, and I was like, it's still a little bit too much. I was like, better just leave it on the tray for another day. So I'm gonna let them hang a little bit longer because I don't want them to be all fucking fuddy duddy. So I gotta let them dry a little bit more, and then I'll fucking jar them all up. Leave the lid off for a few days, and then once they start to crisp up really good, then I'll seal them up. What up? Get it homegrown style. How's it going? Good morning. What's Jane smoking? Okay, well, this morning we've been smoking a few different things. Right now, I'm smoking one of my Purple Kush crosses. I don't know. I didn't label them this time because it's just weed for me. But I did 3 different ones. I did the Purple Kush crossed with Purple Punch. I did it crossed with Wedding Cheesecake, and then I did it crossed with Pound Town from Humboldt. And then also this morning, I went to the dispensary yesterday for the first time, so I got some weed there. I got a couple of eighths, and we were smoking on some Face Off Kush. But like I said, this one's very similar to what I grow, so I'm like, eh. But this one I like. It's called Sweet Tooth. It's not like a super strong high. It's very mild. I'd say kind of energetic. Kind of reminds me of a sativa, but it's 100% indica. But it's very high THCA. It's 20% THC Delta 9, 30% THCA. It's CBD, not detectable. CBA 0.10%, CBG 0.10%. So the TAC on it is 33.70. Yeah. So I don't know. That's what it says, at least. And these nugs in here, there's not a lot of them left, but they're like, your standard dispensary, super tight nugs. And they have a great smell to them. Kind of, it's not what it tastes like, though. It's got like a lemony, sweet smell to it. You don't taste it at all in the smoke, though. But yeah, I got these eighths for $30 a piece, basically, after taxes. $25 and then tax. So I grabbed those up. That was my first time going in one of those places. Pretty good. I would say I still think mine's better, but they have a nice little packaging and it's pretty cool. I liked going in there. It was an enjoyable process, and it was easy to get meds, so that's always good. Cheers. What up, Manic? AP. I thought it was a cool system, you know. I've always been against it, but I thought it was pretty cool. The little like you can pick something out. I think like my mistake was like focusing on like THC numbers. I won't make that mistake again if I ever go back in. I'll grab something I haven't, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have grabbed the Kush because like I grow Kush all day, so like I don't know why I grabbed that one because it just tastes like a lot of the stuff I have. So that was kind of a mistake. And then the other one, the Sweet Tooth, it's good, but you know these strains they don't have tons of terps. You know, like they taste good, they smell good, but you know they're not that like raunchy terps weed that you know grow at your house. I don't know. At least so far. I want to try some of the others later though. It was so easy to get in there. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that clip um, with the guy in the store, and he's like, "That's ma'am," right? Because the guy's like, "Sir, relax," and he's like, "It's ma'am." Okay, so the security at this place, basically that guy, and yeah, that would suck to get beat up by that guy, right? So you know, I wouldn't fuck around. But yeah, it was easy to get in there, fucking check it out. They had a cool little display tablet, you know, I was scrolling through. It was pretty cool. It was like a weed Pokedex. I thought it was pretty nifty. Oh, I definitely agree. Like THC numbers don't matter if the terps aren't there because it's like I could smoke a pile of keef, but it's not going to get me as baked as some of that really, really terpy weed because it doesn't have the entourage effect. It doesn't have everything. It just has one element. Like people get that fucked up. Like they're like, oh, let's just pile on the keef, pile on the keef. It's like, yeah, but you need everything, you know? That's why we like smoking a lot of bowls. Like we'll just put like a, you know, some people call it a cat's eye, some people call it fucking dab bowl, whatever. We'll do one of those like little dab bowls sometimes, or we'll just do a dab. And you know, as long as it's really terpy stuff, like this purple Kush pressed is awesome, fucking super golden. The taste is amazing, and you know, it gets a super stone the dabs. But then other stuff you press and it's like, eh. But also like most of the stuff I press that I grow, like when I was growing my photos, didn't press like this stuff. You know, this stuff's just great weed for pressing. Yeah, thank you. Um, yeah, it just flows really good. For whatever reason, whatever kind of trichomes it has on it, you know, don't like the press, they run away from it, you know, right out to you. So that's perfect. Um, Plus, I like the smoke, you know. The one that I'm really excited about this round that I'm going to do breeding with um, on the next round, instead of just taking my Purple Kush and back breeding it, the one that I really liked this round was the Purple Kush crossed with the Purple Punch from 420 Fast Buds. I really like their Purple Punch, and I got an excellent pheno. Um, their Purple Punch is it's a great strain. I found a better pheno than average. Most of them are like this fruity, grapey, you know, purpley taste. But I found a gassy one with just a little bit of that purpley taste. And then I mixed it with my Purple Kush. And oh man, the taste is awesome. It's like exactly where I used to be, like at the beginning, growing my Pure Kush times Kush, like just those excellent, super like cushy fucking chirps. And I'm still getting the same great returns and on the press, and I really enjoy the smoke. I mean, I prefer the winter grows than the summer grows. You get a little bit airier buds, but they're still pressing nice. And I got a shitload of yield off this last run. So I'm going to start another one. I picked up all the dirt. I got to get the seeds lined up and fucking get them in the dirt and fucking get the next round started. So remember, I just moved in here like February 15th. So these autos are quick. You know what I mean? So we'll get another round started, but the next round I'm going to do a breeding round so I can make more seeds. What was it, February 11th? It might have been the 11th. Yeah, a couple days earlier, but we didn't start it for the first few days anyways. We had to get in here. So it was like, I'd say probably like the first week, it wasn't really ready. And then I got all the dirt and everything because I had to figure out how I was going to do it because normally I have the 3 4x4s and the ceiling height down here just wasn't going for it. So I got one of the 4x4s on its side with the zipper like this, like a U. So you can just flip it up. And damn, man, that's a lot of space. So I filled that whole entire thing with pods. And I reinforced it with extra poles from the other 2 tents. So it's got a nice box frame on top that holds the, because I used all the cross sections, that holds the 2 4000s. I got my ventilation. I got a nice 6-inch exhaust back there pumping out. I got my 6-inch intake. Fuck, man. Things loaded with pots, and I just filled them all up with Ocean Forest. Dropped my autos, fucking water. You know what I mean? I soak my pots first when I'm seeding, so I'll soak all my pots. It makes it easier. Then I just put my seed in the dirt, cover it over, water a little bit more on the top gently so you're not pushing the seed down. And then I just throw them in there, and a few days they normally pop. So, but I wanted to make sure last round, so I was throwing like 3 in each hole, fucking, and I got it done going quick, and I had like 1 or 2 I had to repot. The rest of them were like ready to go, and then I just take the best one and kill the other 2. Momanic meds, what's going on? Yeah, so I don't know if they were really the best, but they were growing the best at the time. So those are the ones that I got. And I got some really excellent phenos out of that. So I'm going to breed those with the F2s, which I know are great. But the F2s are regs. So the struggle there is like, do I want to make regs or do I want to stay on this new feminized journey and feminize them? Because I know people want fems. But the problem is once you fem them and you don't have the regs anymore, you're weakening the gene pool, right? So it's like a question of like, do I do it to make everybody else happier, or do I do it because I think it's the right move? That's what I'm questioning in my head. Because if I make the regs out of it, I can pick the best male, right? Keep him in there if I can let him rock, and then I get everything, fucking. Cheers, fucker. You can always back cross them with a solid F1 male. See, that's the thing. I'm running out of. No, I don't have any F1s. I have the F2s. See, I fucked up. I was too generous on the first 2 generations, gave away too many seeds. So I got just a little bit of the F2s, and then I have these new generation ones, which are F3s crossed with new strains. So they're F1 crosses. What's up?
How you doing? Long time no see.
Good. How are you?
Good. I saw your short with your hangings. They look pretty nice.
Oh man, fuck! Like I said, I still have some up. Fucking, there's one right here. You know?
Wow.
Nice.
See what I mean by how he makes branches come off of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are autos. Yeah.
We have yet to try the autos.
We haven't tried them yet, but we finally got the plants outside.
Oh, man. I've just been super slammed. I haven't had time to do anything between.
I hear you.
I've been working at night. Because I decided to finally like clear up all my shit. I had some court stuff that was old that I had to clear up, and they want me to have like a legal job and all that stuff. So I had to, get a legal 40-hour,
Yep.
and so I'm doing that now and at night, and then I still take my daughter to her programs during the day, and we've just
That's
had less
good.
time to do things. So everything's getting done. It's just,
Takes
I've had less
time.
time for the internet. Yeah, I've had less time for the internet.
Gotcha. Hey, priorities, man. Priorities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you got your priorities straight.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I make enough when I make them, like, that I have enough to go around again. But it's like I want to decide how I'm gonna do it, and then it's also like fingers crossed that I get as many good phenotypes as I got this time on the next run. You know what I mean? It's all
Yeah,
a gamble because they're F1s. It's all a gamble. So
What
we'll
is
see
that?
what happens.
What does
I had-
F1 mean?
Because I did a first cross, so it's a first cross with a new strain. So I did
I gotcha.
yeah. So even if these are like F3s or whatever, now that I stopped that and I bred to a new plant, that breeding stops and it goes to an
Right.
F1 again. It's the first cross, so it's a
Wow.
first generation seed.
that's wild.
46 here, lost night.
We're probably gonna try autos in about a month, maybe
Yeah.
6 weeks, when these plants are ready to be pulled.
Well, my story with my autos is like I had been running photos mostly, and I tried autos, and I was like, like fuck these things. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. And then I planted some seeds that I got from some bud that I had been buying when I'd run out and stuff.
Right.
I've been buying the same stuff for like 3 years from this kid. He's always got the same weed. And I decided to plant them one day. And go figure, they're fucking autos. And they're the
Wow.
best autos I've ever grown, And, they were consistently good on the first run. So I feminized one. I made the first run of babies. Then I gave way too many out. Then I did a regular run with them, crossing them with, I think it was, what did I cross them with at the beginning? I think I went into my Silver Haze crosses.
Oh, nice.
Then I back crossed them until I got that Silver Haze out, but I needed to get a male, right? So I finally achieved that. I had beautiful, huge plants, and got back to the F2 generation, and then I gave out way too many. I gave out way too many, and then now I got to breed them back because the new generation, they still have the same potency, they still have the same bud quality,
Yeah.
but they're like third of the original yield. I'm saying like the F2 generation was giving me 3 times the pot off the same plants in the same amount of space. And I'm like, just the buds were bigger, there were more of them, and they had a better structure because the buds were longer and fatter.
I just want to see something with less than 160, 180 day growing season. These things take forever to grow.
I'm saying in 12 to 13 weeks from seed, I was getting 3 ounces off the F2s.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So as many plants as I had 3 ounces per plant. And now I'm getting about an ounce per plant. So I have to plant more of them. But, if each plant fills a jar, you know what I mean?
Right.
You plant accordingly, right?
Yep.
To what you need, enough said, right?
Enough said.
So that's what I had to do is like restock so then I can go back to doing the other stuff.
Right.
And then upstairs I won't be breeding. I'll just be growing another flower run, and I'll be as careful as I can to not, cross contaminate.
That's too much for me, man. I couldn't deal with that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you got it on the wraps, man. I hear the way you have it. I mean, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, man. I give you kudos.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
But you know what you're smoking at least.
Yeah, no, we do. It's good weed. Like I said, it's really smooth. We're
literally just finishing off what we grew last year. We're just about at the end of it. But like I said, we gave away like probably 16 ounces for Christmas. And we gave everybody an ounce for Christmas.
But what was funny?
What?
There's some younger kids that I work with. A couple of them grabbed a bag from me, and they were like, "I'll take it," but like they're looking at it and they're trying to tell me like that's mids, and I'm like, it's not mids, it's just homegrown.
Ah!
Right? I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. Like it's not mids. Right? So they go home, they come back, and they're like, oh, it was legit. I was like, I told
you. No shit.
Just because I didn't fucking trim off half the bud and fucking, yeah, shave it with a fucking goddamn set of clippers to make it look as pretty as possible. Fucking doesn't mean it's not good weed.
That note trimmer she got was pretty good. One of those things with a crank.
I trim my buds decent,
yeah.
It's, if that's
it is what it is, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Had so much I couldn't keep up with it, so I just threw it in the trim bowl.
I'm gonna do this, and somebody's like, "It's mids" because it's got like those, it's got little leaf tips sticking out of it.
Right? No, I get what you're talking about.
Like, you go ahead and go take all that shit out.
Exactly, especially when you're doing so much. That shit's tedious.
And we only had 5 plants last year.
Right.
I just don't care enough when I'm smoking it to fucking pull out all that.
That's a waste. No, we don't either.
This year, if we get, because we got 11 going right now. So if we get twice what we got last year, the grandkids are going to earn a lot of weed by trimming the damn shit.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like, we don't really focus on, getting it perfect because, I used to do that. And you know what happens? I end up trimming for 2-3 days instead of getting it all done in a day. It's like, why would it take 3 times longer? And I don't have the time.
No, I get it.
Exactly.
It would take me 3 days of doing nothing else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't got time to do that.
And then I sat there last year trimming for hours.
I gotta get out of work at the end of the night at fucking, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta trim fucking 15 plants. I don't got time for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
20 plants, whatever it is, fucking, I don't got time for that shit. I'm not gonna fucking sit there and go.
Two of my older grandchildren come up and do work for us all the time, and we smoke with them. They're 21 and 23, so they're at the perfect age. They're doing all this shit all the time anyway. So what the hell's the difference? I'd rather see them doing stuff that we know what it is and it's not laced with anything.
Yeah.
You never know nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, in a matter of days, hand trimming 3 pounds, like, you don't want to fucking do that shit.
Oh, I know. That's what we ended up with from those 5 plants.
All right, so imagine doing it yourself in limited
Oh no,
time.
it was crazy with the two of us, like an assembly line together, and that was crazy for like 2-3 days.
That's
He
what I'm
took
saying.
off the,
I have to do that in a day. So like by myself in less than a day, like a couple of hours. Like it's like I don't have time to get every spec on it. If you don't want it, fucking go to the next guy. Because I know I'm
Right?
a better deal than the dispensary. So fuck you if you don't like
They're
it.
gonna, hey,
do you have a trim bowl?
that's what I was just saying.
No, I use the trim bin and I cut it right in there. And then I take that trim and I sift it. While it's still dry as hell, but it's like fresh. You know, I don't want to fucking put it away, let it sit and get completely crumble dry. No,
Right.
as soon as it comes off the plant and fucking I'm done trimming for the day, I'm sifting whatever I have because then it's still got a little bit of turf left when you put it away. I got it somewhere over here. I got a fucking up this last run. I got a whole fucking jar of it just from the fucking from the bin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, see if you can fucking see it. It's like fucking.
Oh, freaking nice.
Yeah.
God, that's nice.
Man, this is from Auto, so don't tell me they don't produce. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, they
You,
can. That's
you have to
bullshit.
have,
That's
you have to have
nice.
the right ones. You have to have the right ones, and they're hard to find. That's all I can tell you.
Right.
And
The
like I
right
said,
one, right autos.
yeah, you gotta have the right autos.
I need you
They're-
to send me where you get your seeds from.
No, I made these. These are like I said, my Purple Kush come off fucking Purple Kush weed that I was buying from my buddy, fucking, and I found the seeds. So these autos that I made came off generations of buying the same weed for like 3 year span from the
Wow.
same guy, and
'Cause
all
I
of the shit
wanna.
was the same. It's the same weed. I can still buy it from him. The same weed.
Wow. I want to do six auto of sativa and 6 auto of indigo.
He's been more careful though. I haven't found any more seeds in it since. Like I told him, like I found some seeds in his shit and I fucking grew it. Like I haven't found any since I let him know. Like he probably
Does
like
he sell,
makes sure.
does he sell plants?
No, he just sells the bud. So I probably cut into his profit. So he probably didn't like that too much.
I hear that.
You know, because I wasn't buying it no more. Okay.
Right. No, I get it. I get it. I had a guy that I used to buy from, and all of a sudden I wasn't buying from him. He'd be calling me all the time instead.
Like, what's going on, man? Something wrong?
We got our license renews at the end of the month. So that's when we each spend $200 at each dispensary, and we get $200. So we end up with a fucking, like the one dispensary we go to, we each end up with 80, one of those third size joints. We get 80 of them each when we go out there.
80 joints?
Yeah, so it's 160 joints between
80
the two of us.
pre-rolls.
Pre-rolls, yeah. They're
All
1/3
right.
size. They're nice because you get to each take like two or three hits, and that's good. You don't have to freaking worry about it. It's done.
Yeah. No, I know. Fucking, it's crazy though, because fucking, when I went and bought it, like I said, I checked out the dispensary for the first time yesterday, and I bought 2/8, and I got them. You know, before taxes, they were $25 each. I thought that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
Just
I couldn't tell you.
Well, I'm saying from like what I've heard from other people saying $40, $50, $55, and then it ends up being 60 for just 1/8.
Mm.
That I got 2 for 60. I was like, oh, I felt like I got a deal.
You don't have your license?
No,
Because it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper with your license
you know
because they
what's
don't
funny?
charge you any taxes on it.
You know what's funny? I was showing them pictures of the press that I did, and they said it looked better than the fucking.
Then they're wrong.
They said it was better than the wax that they have. I was laughing. I was
They're
like,
gonna-
fuck.
When you gonna come work in our place?
Well, actually, I applied. They didn't hire me.
We got a place up here, Berkshire Roots.
They're not gonna
Dude, you
hire
know
somebody
what?
that knows more than they do.
They
I should tell them the next time I go in there. Like, I applied. You guys didn't even call me.
they took over this place. This place is
Like,
dispensary up here. They took over a big building, and then they built a big building beside it, a 3-story building, which is all grow facility. And they're talking in talks with taking over the abandoned wall up here and taking like the Sears store and turning it all into a dispensary. Well, not a dispensary, but a grow.
You want to hear the craziest shit?
Well,
People are like, "Oh, autos don't grow big if they don't have a lot of dirt." Dude, I was low on money. I was low on dirt. Dude, I checked those pots after the grow. Each plant filled a jar, right? About an ounce each one, right?
Yeah.
3 fucking inches of dirt on each one.
Wow.
That's
Damn.
it. I grew them all on 3 inches of dirt. I couldn't believe it.
Nice.
Got my biggest yield ever on 3 inches of dirt. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? It has nothing to do with how much dirt you have.
Yep.
It's the grower's skill level. It's got to be, because what else can you say there, right?
As a matter of fact, I just looked back on my camera. What was it, today or yesterday, and saw a picture of Darlene with standing next to the plants that were as tall as she was. It was like a little tree, Christmas tree next to her. That was our grow last year. If I can find it again and I'm on, I'll send it to your Instagram. It's funny as hell.
It's funny though, because like I like photos, but it's like per space. It just right now it doesn't make sense. For like, I had to downsize my tents, so for the amount of space that I can grow, right? The photos they're pretty tall, right? And also, like, yield per space, like compared to the autos yield per space, is like doesn't make sense, especially when I'm getting.
I think I'm gonna get seeds now and plant them indoors, get them up so that we can put them outside. Because I'm curious to see how autos will grow outside.
I found a seed in this sweet tooth.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
This one that I bought, on the first nug that I pulled out, there was a fucking dark brown seed sticking out of the nug.
Wow. Where do you go to the dispensary?
I went to a place in Franklin, Mass.
Yeah, I've never been out that way.
But
the furthest I go is to Northampton.
Like I said, this one's TAC is 33.70%. Delta 9 THC 20%.
Well, just to let you know, if you ever get down towards that, if you ever do get your license in Northampton, they'll match you $200. They'll give you $200, and in those coupons you can use $150 when the first time you go there, but you have to match it. So you have to buy $300 worth of stuff, and it'll cost you $150, and then you'll still have a $50 coupon if you ever go back there.
Right on. What up, Panda? Oh yeah, no, I'm saying that's a pretty good deal, but I'm saying like I just thought it was a good deal because I've never been in there.
Oh yeah, no, I hear that. You never hear of freaking weed from the dispensary down that price.
I had plenty of good weed. I just wanted to do it. I guess finally, it's been so fucking long,
Yeah. Even Rob says that every now and then you just gotta.
I just, I like my weed just as much, but it's just like I just felt like doing something different,
The only different weed we've smoked lately is when my grandkids came over and they had some what the hell did they have? Yeah, sour diesel. So we smoked some of the sour diesel. I like sour diesel, but like I said, if I grow, I want to grow Acapulco Gold because you never hear that anymore.
No, I like sour diesel if it's the real sour diesel. Hell yeah, that shit gets you ripped.
And it has to be. Oh, so we smoked from a volcano for the first time because Rob's always talking about his volcano. Holy shit, man! You can get ripped on that, man. And
yeah,
the weed.
I bring my pocket vape to work, and I'm fucking. That's how I get ripped at work.
It is so you do not taste the weed at all coming out of that bag.
Well, I'm saying it doesn't smell as much as the other guys at work that smoke their fucking blunts at work.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not trying to like be hot, you know what I mean, at work. Like these guys don't care, but like it's like you're making yourself more replaceable by acting like that.
Exactly.
Like people don't think about that shit. It's like I'm being discreet. Yeah, they know I'm doing it, but they know I'm being discreet. You're not even trying to hide it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's a difference.
Why make waves?
It's about respect. Like you're at work. You should think like a fucking blunt.
Yeah, I don't see that in the world anymore. Everything you see, like Snuggle, whatever his name is, Snuggle Bean. He shows a lot of videos of these people blasting each other in stores, man. Walmart, chicken places. They just get into all out brawls now. It's gotten so nasty. I wouldn't want to be in these places anymore. And I grew up in the South Bronx.
Oh, dude, it's probably good that we can lock our fucking doors at our store at night because you know.
I hear you.
Come out at night.
Just another guy said his store got broken into the other day. All they stole was the money. They didn't steal any bongs or anything out of the store.
Just cash.
Just cash.
Didn't break anything, nothing, just cash.
Just cash. That's why Kirby says it sounds like an inside job to me.
Sounds like one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of messed up.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
But people think they're gonna commit the perfect crime. I can show you dozens of them sitting in jail.
See, there's like a couple little whiskers hanging off. Like that's what that kid was like.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Mids. I was like, fuck you, motherfucker. Dude, they don't even know what mids is, man. We smoked mids. They've never even had mids.
Oh man, I smoked freaking Mexican dirt weed back in the 70s.
They never even had it. So for them to call my weed, it's just like, you dumb motherfucker. You never smoked mids. We smoked mids.
Yeah.
You've never even seen mids.
God, it wasn't even mids. It was below mids.
You don't know what dirt weed is, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, it's like
I dare anyone to put theirs up against bars.
You gotta remember, I was born in the 1900s. You know what I mean? Fucking the late 1900s. You know.
I was born in '59, man. So I saw the '70s. I was a teenager in the late '70s.
No, but now the fucking the 1900s is a thing. You know, the late 1900s. They're like we're old. You know, compared to like that.
You know what gets me? Back in the day when I was 13 or 14.
Like,
I mean, if we had a joint, somebody would come up with a joint, and a joint would be a big thing amongst a bunch of guys. Now kids walk around with their fucking vapes. I swear to God, they walk around with blunts. It's ridiculous the way weed is around now.
Yeah, I'm 36, so you know what I mean. I'll be 40 soon. Fucking, and
yeah, you're younger than all my kids.
I'm old to these kids too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look at me as an old man. They don't realize them. They don't realize I'm that old until I tell them. But they fucking, once they realize it, like look at me like old man. So they were like, when I told them like I was live smoking live, from the parking lot on my break, they were like, "What? You go live?" I was like, "What? You think I'm fucking 90?"
Wow, that's too funny.
Fucking, it's like you're an adult. Oh no. But they don't do shit at work. They're on their cell phones all day. Fucking, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
What's the work? What do you do?
I work at the Taco Bell at night. I do
Ah,
overnight kind of hours. I
gotcha.
do like fucking late night, and so fucking when I'm there, it's like I feel like a lot of them don't like work very hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they, like the job is not easy per se, but it's like, well, the ones that are making food are working hard, but anybody doing just like the window or like the
Right.
other stuff is like, they're just slacking, and it's like it's discouraging, but it's like, at the same time it's like you don't want to
That's the
be like
manager. That's the
you don't want
manager's job to
you don't
make
want to
sure
be
everyone does
you
the
don't want to
work.
be like that either. You don't want to be lazy and not do shit. Like,
Right.
what's the fucking point in being there? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm bored if I'm not doing something. I don't want to stand around fucking, it's the middle of the night. We're in the middle of a fucking parking lot. It's like
Yep.
they're like 30-minute break. I'm like, to do what? What are we gonna do for 30 minutes in the fucking dark?
A break from what? So is
Break.
it you're in a pretty populated area? How is it at night? Do you get a lot of
That's what I'm saying.
traffic?
Like I'm not tired from working. Like, I don't worry too much at night. I've had like if the cops like stopped me the other night and asked me if I saw some 13-year-old kids at like 3 a.m. I'm like, what the hell would I see 13-year-old kids at 3 a.m.? Like that just
Yeah.
sounds sketchy.
Wow.
Like,
Because they were probably carjacking somebody.
probably, but like I'm just going home from work. What am I doing out there? I'm going home from work.
I'm a
You know,
working
but then you tell
man.
them like you work at a restaurant, and like they don't fuck around because they don't want you to fuck with their food if they go in there. They're just like, bye. They might need some late night tacos. They ain't fucking with you.
They don't want to be running in the bathroom every 5 minutes.
No. They come through and we're supposed to like rush their orders. Like go as fast as we can. I guess that we're not supposed to make them wait.
Mm. Man, I never catch you live. I swear to God, it's always like after the fact. I get a thing. I say, "Oh, he's on." Oh shit, he was.
Well, I've gotten a few of my actual days off now lately, but fucking the first few weeks, like I didn't have any of my days off were actually off. I got called in.
Wow.
Now they're starting to hire more people, but like when I got hired, like they were like really low staffed. Now that
Yeah, well,
now
that's a tough shift to fill.
yeah, so like I was being funny last night, like because they were like, I was there a few minutes early, and I'm like trying to punch in. They're like, don't punch in early, like, right? So at the end, when it was cleanup time, I was like, all right, I'm out. It's my time.
Yeah,
I
no shit.
I was like, see you later, bye. It's my time. You don't want to give me overtime, so I'm out then. See you later. Fucking have fun with that. Bye.
Fucking A.
Make them think about acting like shitheads, right?
Yeah.
Because they'll get the message, right?
Oh, I hear you.
Cause, effect, it's like, because normally, like, I'm like, yeah, no problem, I'll stay after and help. But not yesterday, I was like, no, you tell me this is my hours, so I'm out. See ya. Because there was still boxes to be put away and all kinds of shit, heavy shit. And like, I was the most able body, but I just took off. I was like, fuck them, see you later.
They dreaded when I took off sick, because if I took off sick for one day, they had to fill 2 shifts. I worked doubles.
Well, I figured out that, like, you know what I mean? If they're like, really on my case, like, that day, like, I'll just like go in the dish room and start doing dishes. Nobody's gonna come in there and try to replace me. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's gonna want to do that instead of me. Like, Nobody's gonna be like, stop doing it so I can do it. No, that's not gonna happen. So I know that I'm safe there. It's like, like, fuck off, leave me alone. You know what I mean? This is my little area right now. Plus, I'm better at it than them because I think logically about it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and scrub each pan like meticulously, like, and then like, no. So what I'm doing is I'm scrubbing the first set, putting them in the sanitizer. Then once those soak in the sanitizer for a while, then the next pans that I rinsed off will go in there after I've finished the scrubbing, and then put them on the rack, and then it's like, and then I just switch through. But other people make it hard, you know what I mean? They like think they got to put away each thing as they do it, and it takes like hours. And it's like, no, like,
wow.
You've seen people that are efficient at doing dishes and inefficient at dishes,
oh yeah,
right?
Oh yeah. There's an art to it, especially when you got to do a fucking shitload.
You just look at it and you're like, are you okay? Are you okay? You got this? It's a simple thing. You're just cleaning dishes. That's it.
Run the glass machine and make sure you clean the glasses.
Yeah, you sanitize the surface that you're going to put them on. When you're done, you clean it, and you get that set, and then you start doing dishes. It's not that hard. So then you put them on the rack, and then you wheel it and go put it away once the thing's mounding over and full. You don't just fucking take 2 items at a time and go back and go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
People are dumb, man. It's like, God damn it. It fucking makes me angry. I'm like, fuck, just get out of the way, Just because I've never done that, like that particular trade, like they expect me not to know anything. It's like, there's fucking common sense, people. Fuck. The training was really annoying. Like,
what was it?
Really, the fucking computer. It's just like, fucking. I got through it pretty quickly. Like, you're supposed to do like a day at a time, and like I just do like the whole fucking thing in one night. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's just like, fuck this, because I didn't want to just keep doing it, but like sometimes they'd have me on the tablet, and the tablet kept like freezing up and shit. Dude, I was like, made you want to throw the tablet. I wanted to throw that thing through the fucking window. You know what I mean? I was just like, ugh, because it just like I'd have to start over. It was really tedious.
I had 2 of my nephews. One of my nephews, she was his girlfriend at the time. She ended up being his wife. Her sister, they all worked down at the IBM in Southbury, Connecticut. That was about 2 hours away. And they talked me into coming down and looking at the job and shit like that. So I talked to the guy, got a salary I wanted, and I got the shift I wanted. I worked 3 double shifts, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'd leave here Friday at noon. I'd be home by 9 a.m. on Monday, and my work week was over. I got a 48-hour paycheck.
Yeah, that's the best. You get some extra hours.
My sister lived 10 minutes away from there. So I would get out of work, go to her house, take a shower, eat a grinder, go to sleep, wake up, and start all over.
No, but it's like, it literally seems like already they don't want to give me overtime. They just want to use me like on the nights, like to do the bullshit work. So I'm like, fuck this,
Yeah.
So it's like, so I'm like, so once I figured it out, like last night, I was like, all right, fucking see you later. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, like, the cat's out the bag. You fucking, you made yourself obvious. You threw your hand,
Right.
Now I see what you're up to. So now I know what you're up to. So, I'll work accordingly,
You got to do it, man.
Fuck all that, man. I'll make them wish they bluffed a little harder,
Yeah.
Like, you're really gonna tell me within the first few weeks that you're watching my hours? Like, that's pretty dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect my attitude to be after that? It's like, so I'm supposed to try harder to like get the same money? Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No doubt I'll learn it better, just by being there, which is fine. But like, it's like, they come over and, they like check your morale each day. Like they're like, like ask you how you're doing. And it's like, They were like, you seem quiet today. It's like, well, but I'm not. You don't say anything because anything's a problem if you say anything. So it's like you gotta choose your battle.
It built up. It built up with me and the manager. They made a manager. He was a little punk kid. I couldn't stand it. So in the end, they laid me off, which was weird because they said we're laying you off in 2 weeks, but you gotta keep running it for 2 weeks. Don't screw it up, or we're not gonna take you back. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna screw it up. I could give two shits. So here I am saying, all right, I get laid off in 2 weeks. I got this, and that. I want to get done at the house. I finally have hours to do it at the house and shit. I'll be on unemployment for a few weeks. I was all looking forward to it. The first week after I went there, I did it. The second week, I ended up slipping and falling. I got hurt, man. Cracked my hip. Oh yeah, I've been out of work ever since.
No, AAP, no, I'm not a dishwasher. That's the problem. I'm a food champion, and we're supposed to share the responsibility. But I was just so much better at it than the other people. You meaning I did too well?
I mean, you actually did the work.
They're taking advantage of the fact that they're like, oh, he can do it better than these people, so why would we ask these people? It doesn't make sense. It's not time efficient, So now that I've exposed myself as a decent dishwasher, they're like, oh fuck, let's get him over here, when he's not doing shit, opposed to other people that are gonna fucking take hours to do the same thing. So yeah, like I'm supposed to be just working in the kitchen part, but I fucked up. So no, I haven't cleaned any bathrooms. No, I'm not doing janitor work, but like they fucked me over there. Like I was too good at it. I exposed myself as like too good of a dishwasher. So now it's like, when like I have downtime, instead of having me like clean the floors or sweep or do that shit, they're just like dish. And I'm like fuck. So like I make little jokes like like throughout the day they're like, oh there's pans everywhere and everything, and I'm like I make little jokes like, yeah, what does it matter, I'll be cleaning them anyways. Like like why are you complaining? I gotta clean them because I already know that you're gonna send me over there later. You know what I mean? So like I'm not gonna cry about it. So I've used it to my advantage is what I was saying. Like like if I get pissed off at getting like snapped at, by like younger people, I'll be like, what, fuck it, I got to get over to the dish room so I don't say something. You know what I mean? The kind of thing. Like, I just go over there so I don't fucking cause trouble. Because like they piss me off sometimes. So I'm just like I remove myself. Instead of saying something, because one night I was like, I caught myself. I said, what? And I like almost said something, and I'm like, don't do it. I'm like, fuck, man. Because it's like, it's just like, like they talk crazy to you, and you got to just take it. It's like, what the fuck? Like they have a bunch of young managers that like, you know what I mean? Like to swing their authority around, even though they're like, barely out of high school, It's just like, ugh. It's like, where did you work before that? You were manager of like the ice cream stand? Like, what did you do? What gave you authority? Like, you bag groceries? You're the best bagger in town? Like, I don't know. Like, come in there and get loud with me. It's like, fuck. But like I said, I've been biting my tongue. Staying like, calm as possible. Or I just get quiet. Like, fuck off, don't talk to me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Just playing with the cat.
Oh yeah, man.
I thought you were giving us weed. What happened?
Oh yeah,
How'd
they'll
you
use
end up?
the hell out of you if you let them. Oh yeah, man. Well, that's why last night when I realized that they were penny pinching my hours, like making sure I didn't get overtime, like I was like, that's why I just left. It's like fuck that. Why? So you can like take away actual hours later on in the week? Fuck you. Or maybe they've already planned in to give me less hours throughout the week so they can just call me in for bullshit. You know what I mean? And that's what it more seems like, you know what I mean? Like they're just like, ah. So in that case, I'm on call. I should get paid if I'm on call, right? Because literally they'll call me like 2-3 hours before I'm supposed to be there. I'll be like, come in. Like, what the fuck? Like, thank God I don't have a real life, right? I don't go out and do shit much. You have to rush home. Fucking. Hey. Oh, I got mad because I looked at the hours last night. I was like, it was the wrong one. So I was looking where my name normally is, and it was someone else. It was like day off, day off, day off. I was like, the fuck is this? And, you know, but it wasn't me. I fucking saw the wrong fucking one. They moved me down. Yeah, that's Slack. Yeah. Oh fuck, man. You know what? Fuck. Cheers. Fuck. Baked. Slack. What up, Pats? What's up, man? I know. Fuck. I think this one tastes better. What do you think? That one that you're smoking right now? Stuff that I grew. It's got way more terps, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, especially like, don't get me wrong, I like the Pound Towns too, but not enough of them came out the way I liked them. You know, if they were all fucking like perfect, I would go with those ones too. But it's like the majority of the Purple Punch, Purple Kush came out good. Whereas with the Pound Towns, you know, I got a couple of good ones. The majority of them sucked. The wedding cheesecakes, I got a couple of good ones. The majority of them sucked. As far as like, you know, size and stuff, like a couple of them were smaller, you know, and then like the wedding cheesecake, I got a couple big phenotypes that were nice and frosty, but pressed really good and fucking came out good. Same thing with the Pound Town. Oh man, I gotta move some shit probably. Hold on, guys.
Goddamn cat won't come in. Oh, I was talking to him over there. Hey, I'm gonna pop out and lay down for a little while. You take care. It was good talking to you.
That's crazy, Jasmine. No, I had to go through and walk around. My daughter fucking locked the door. Locked me downstairs. That's crazy. Fuck, man. Oh, man, right? She's 3 years old. She fucking just... I don't know why the lock's on the outside. That should be fucking turned around. But, yeah, fucking... Yeah, I need to fix that, like, ASAP. Just get another fucking thing and put it the other way, because fuck, man. That's no good, right? Thank God it was open so I could get in, but fuck, man, that would be fucking awful. Imagine being stuck. Fuck, man. Yeah. Everything worked out, so. Alright, where's my lighter? There it is. Sorry. But I like had to knock down this thing because fucking and move a bunch of shit because I'm trying to clean it up. So I figured out what it is. I had a little leak in the back, so I thought it was the shower, but what it is it's right in front of the tub. I guess it needs to be the towel needs to be, I got to pull out all the old grout and re-grout it, and then seal it because it's leaking through there. So I mean, it's better than a pipe, So I'll have to do that pretty soon and fucking get that done. So it's just another project, But at least it's fixable because I want to clean this up over here and use the space. So I have to fix it. So I haven't been able to do any tattoos or anything. I got people calling me, fucking all kinds of shit. Fucking, I can't do shit right now. I don't have enough space, Plus, I could use some new shit, I would say I've burned myself a bunch of times at work so far already. You get used to it though. Burning this little shit. Definitely cooking, you burn yourself for sure. Oh, right on. You got a regular channel too. That's what's up, man. Yeah, something that can actually get monetized. Sounds like a good plan. You know, have your weed channel and then have your actual monetized channel and fucking, you know. I like it, man. Right on. I only have enough time for one right now, but with the classes and everything else. But like I said, I've been like yesterday, like I was smoking, hiking through the woods, fucking, So that part's pretty cool. Like I have some time to kill like that, so I get to do like that kind of stuff. It's like, what else am I gonna do? Just stand there, or just wait in the fucking lobby.
What's up,
What
guys?
up? What's up? What up?
What's up, bro? Just fucking, I think, what's his name in chat shared your channel out you're doing live. Never fucking came across you before, bud.
Oh, right on, man. What's going on?
Same shit, different day. Smoke break.
Yeah, just smoking, chilling, talking shit, laughing.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, man.
So you're saying you just want to clear out more of the area to fit up another tent?
No, no. I have a few up. No, that's not what I was saying. No, I was saying I have some time to like get out and do things like hiking and stuff is what I was saying. No, I just cut down a big harvest. I got to start over though. I do have to reset.
Everything, get it all going.
Yeah, like
I'm in outdoor mode now. Winter time's my indoor shit.
Good fucking, couple pounds cut down, fucking.
Oh yeah, dude. I get it. We're all growers in this bitch.
Yeah, I do indoor growing.
Yeah. I do indoor. Right, lately, I've been sticking to autoflowers indoor because I have a multi-purpose plant.
That's what I'm running right now. Actually, I'm doing the autos right now. Actually, I was about to give up on autos, and then I found,
you gotta get enough dirt.
And then I found the unicorn of autos, out of bag seeds that I got from my weed guy. I was buying weed from this guy for like 3 years. Decided one day to plant it. Best autos I've ever found. And that's purple. I was buying this purple kush from him for years. He still sells it. He's got the same shit all the time. It's good weed. It gets you stoned as fuck.
It just doesn't have the depth of like a feminized regular old photo period plant. Like I feel they don't get as potent, but they're still
I
just as fun to grow.
I have no problem with this stuff. I
they
felt
get potent, just not as super potent because they produce the plant so fast.
This stuff presses better than photos.
I'm sure there's a lot of different types. It's all about the phenos, bud.
So, well, what happened is I grew a couple of them. I feminized them. Then I feminized them again. Then I bred them to my Silver Haze auto. Then I backbred them to breed all the haze out. But what happened is when I bred the haze out, my stocks went back to the original Kush. So like the original Kush stocks were like this. The Silver Haze stocks were like this. On the same size auto, they'd have a stock like this, just bad as fuck. So it could hold all those massive buds, right? But it's not the terpenes that I'm looking for because the haze is more soft, subtle terpenes. That's not what I'm looking for. I want, that more cushy terpenes, the more gassy.
Yep.
So I pulled all that out and I went back to, having these pencil stocks. And now my buds are huge, but the stalks, so I gotta like tie them back, to the sides of the pot because I still get these big massive buds, but unless you stabilize them, they'll just fall. The plant will just fall over,
It's grog shit.
Yeah, you gotta scrog it or whatever, but
grog everything.
And you get some that will hold themselves up and then others that don't, and fucking it depends on the pheno, and then I bred them.
Well, I also find it depends on the training. Like, for instance, when you're in an indoor room and you don't have the natural wind and rain and stuff that would actually naturally harden the stalks and make it want to be thicker and stronger, you have to think about imitating in nature inside of that tent, not like making a fucking storm, but giving them higher winds over time, rather than like you start out when they're young with a low fan, and then as they're getting older, not quite budding out, you're increasing the wind that they get and this, that, and the other, and they will stabilize a bit stronger. They'll get more fiber structure.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, like, I like the colder temperature grows too. Like, the winter months, you get better bud production, like as far as like density and stuff. When it gets a little too warm, your buds start to fluff up a bit more.
I find that's more genetic than anything.
I wouldn't say necessarily. Like, I'm just saying in general, like, yeah, there's still dense buds, but I'm saying, like, for those rock hard nugs, like the winter, definitely gives you something different. I think you get like even better nugs in the winter than you normally would get.
I've had some of my worst harvests in the winter just because of the harshness of the environment it's been, where it's hard to keep your house warm enough when it gets to those negatives. But we haven't had a winter like that in a while.
That's the thing with some of the autos, it just depends on where the genetic has come from.
Autos are generally more hardy of a plant because they're ruderalis, which is Siberia and different
ruderalis, right? Some autos can handle cold and some can't. So I don't have that issue with these. These things grow great in the winter.
Well, if anything better, that's why they are a shorter season, is because they're from a northern hemisphere climate. Actually, the most northern growing of the species.
Yeah, I think they grow better in the winter. Like as far as like density, I still get these big, massive buds, and they're still covered in frost and they still press great. But I feel like in the winter time, they just they really chunk up really even better. And also, like I said, I went a little light on the soil this last run. I did my whole grow in like 3 inches of dirt.
Oh, damn.
And I still got like 3 pounds,
You still got dirt. You still got poundage, but
which is
I had one plant give me 5 pounds.
Yeah, but I was, if I like I said, the previous generation, like I was saying earlier, was giving me like 3 ounces, which I'm going to backbreed to next round. But this generation's only been giving me like an ounce per plant. So, I mean, you got to plant a shitload of them to, make up for that.
You're getting too far away from that, the cross, however you did it. When it starts making it to where you're getting lower and lower, you're going away from the direction you kind of want to go then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I got a back cross, which is a pain, so.
Go back to the main, what you crossed with, grow that, and then cross that.
Yeah, I'm going to breed back into the F2s to increase the size of the yield back in. Yeah. And then I'm only going to pick the strongest ones, obviously, to move forward.
Best thing to do.
Yeah, so, hopefully I'll pick the right female, you know what I mean? Because with autos, it's like Russian roulette. If I do a feminized run,
it really depends on where you get the female.
If I do a regular run, I decide to go regs on the seeds, I got to pick the best male. It's it's Russian roulette either way because you only get one chance with the autos.
Yep.
So you better be right. Yep. Better be right. That's all there is to it, And somewhere along the line, throughout the generations because, like, you know, I picked the wrong one. That's what happened. You
I
know.
haven't had a male in like 5 years.
Well, I'm saying if you're, I have regular autos and feminized autos.
Nice.
You know, so I can breed with the autos as well through the males. So most
And
people don't have reg autos. So
I think some of the best ways, if you are going to cross, instead of growing a male, it's so much easier and more time efficient just to buy the pollen.
well, I mean, what?
Because there are different companies like seed banks that not only sell
Yeah,
seeds,
but
but
are
they
they going
also
to have
sell
the same
pollen.
DNA that you want? That's the thing. I want to continue the same lineage. I don't want to introduce new DNA.
Well, if you found one that you still have, but if you only had that one seed, it's a lot harder to keep that alive. I'm
No,
more
it's
like,
not one seed. No, like I said, I have F2s that I'm going to be breeding to these F3 crosses crossed with the new. I did do a mixed cross. I did a mixed cross with Purple Punch, and then I'm going to be breeding back to the original gene.
okay,
So I introduced the Purple Punch genetic was the favorite out of the three that I did. So I did Purple Punch, Wedding Cheesecake, and Pound Town from Humboldt. And out of those babies, I decided from the amount of them I ran, you got to remember, I ran probably 15 of each plant. And out of those offspring, I decided, which one that I want to go with, based on the result of those babies.
right. So you can be like, God, I like that grouping
And I want
better
to go
than
with the
that one,
Purple
the best
Punch
of the group.
because the Purple Punch showed me the best offspring with the best characteristics, the best terpenes, and the best flavor, according to what I'm looking for.
Oh yeah.
And the effects. The Purple Punch has a prolonged high, which I think has been lost in a lot of this new weed, where you get high for like 20
I
minutes.
mainly do heritage strains, the old shit.
I'm saying the Purple Punch, I get high 2-3 hours off of it, which is really nice. I can smoke and I'm high. I'm like, fuck, man. I hope I sober up before I get to work, kind of thing. Several hours later, which is great, which I hadn't felt for years, which is awesome because if it's still out there, that's great. I'm happy.
You gotta grow it.
Because I've smoked so much shit that it's like you're high and then you go back to being sober. The Purple Kush is another one that has a prolonged high. So the two together.
The plants that are grown with more of like a living soil organic teas.
I grow dirt.
Yeah, me too. I'm dirt with a tea bubbler and dechlorinated, all that bullshit. But I find the high you get off that bud is way longer than getting it from people's hydro.
I don't like hydro. I'm not a hydro fan.
Or even the people who use a lot of the fucking.
Loyal to the soil, man. I'm loyal to the soil.
The chemicals, not the actual teas. Like they're just like making a concoction to feed their plants rather than just having something that you can never burn your plants, any of that shit. And they're getting unnatural densities and.
Well, I mean, I have a winning formula that I've been using for 6 years, and only a couple plants don't like it. Why would I stop? Why would I change it? You know what I mean?
Oh no, all my plants love it.
I don't have to add anything extra to the water. I don't have to do any crazy shit. I don't have to fucking, overcomplicate it. I put this shit in the water. It works. With veg, I'm getting my veg off my soil. My soil's going to feed me all the way up to flower. Then when I hit flower, I'm going to start feeding my buds. And then once that's done, I harvest my buds and I fucking dry my buds. They cure as long as, I can and fucking smoke my weed.
The high longevity, like you were talking about, how you like it when it lasts 3-4 hours. Like I've had dispensary bud that looks good, tastes good, you smoke it, but within a half hour to an hour, you're like, okay, I can smoke another one.
Yeah, I
And
need
I
another.
smoke some
No,
of my
you
bud,
don't, you don't
and
want
it
to
lasts
smoke
3-4
another one. You
hours.
need
You're
another
like,
one.
I'm good.
Yeah, like I'm good. I don't need to smoke. You know, I
Right.
smoke.
If I smoke, it's because I want to smoke just to get smoke in my lungs.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, fuck, man. I'm like, man, fucking zooted, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking dumb high. Like, fucking makes you goofy, fucking. You know? That's the way it should be. That's what weed's all about, right? Making you a little bit goofy, fucking a little bit fucking, you know, laid back, relaxed. It's not just supposed to look pretty and not do shit. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't matter if it tastes like fucking waterfalls and rainbows. If it doesn't do anything, I don't want it.
Right.
And that's the one thing about the Kush genetic that I love so much. And why I keep going back to it. You know, it's just a good genetic. It's an original genetic, you know what I mean? When you keep reading into those genetics where, you know, you keep, you know, focusing on that strong indica, you know, you're going back to the roots of it, you know. That's what it should be. Like, you know, when I bought this shit, you know, I bought 100% indica, 100% indica. That's what I like. I don't
like sativas, but I
don't want sativa.
Different ones.
Hybrids are okay. They're okay. But that's not what I'm looking to grow. You know, they're cool to grow.
Like one of the ones I've been playing with, which is on a F2, I call it model. It is a one leaf fucking plant. So on the buds, and it goes 1, 3, 1, 1. Like it only for the points of the leaves. It doesn't go more than 3 once it gets to the end, and then it's just a bunch of really skinny point. Oh, dude, that bud turned out fire.
Oh yeah.
On average, each branch had like 18-inch colas.
Yeah, I was growing a bunch of mutants, and then I had to move, so I had to fucking slaughter a bunch of shit. So, my buddy's actually growing it right now, like the Drunken Bastard and the Freak Show, the Super Freak, those ones. I had some duck foot growing outside, but the local wildlife found it delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking literally ate it.
Oh yeah, animals.
We got rabbits in our yard, and it's bad. You think you can outsmart them, but they find a way in.
That's why you have a doggy door and 4 dogs. They don't come in your yard.
Well, guys, I gotta get going. I'll catch everybody later. Thanks for coming out. Peace.